I might not enjoy plugging this game in to record quite as much as I do, you know, MotoGP or Rally Sport Challenge 2 or anything. But I can appreciate the slow pace, alright? Because apart from when I got a little bit angsty about drag racing last week, this game is nice and calm, alright? It's nice and relaxing. Just cruising around, you know, in a pretty alright car. At night. Sometimes it drizzles a bit, which is the absolute fucking comfiest. Alright, my favourite weather is at night, light rain. It's no good for riding my bike around in, but for just like sitting around, it's comfy core as fuck. And I wish it was nighttime all the time. That's, you know, that's just something that would be fucking sick, and I'd like it a lot. Definitely, as well, this game being nice and calm compared to MotoGP, it has me, you know, mad at Asians a lot less. And I don't even think about the Spanish while I'm playing this game. So I don't have to get mad about the Asians, and I don't have to, you know, have the Spanish making me mad all the time. It's good. I appreciate how comfy this game is, especially compared to the first one, which also had me getting mad, and wasn't quite as comfy, because there was a lot less just slow-paced, you know, dicking around trying to figure out where you're going. You know. This might be my last race for Toyo tyres, which will make all these stickers I put on the car pretty redundant pretty soon. And my next sponsor will probably want to give me another free car, and I'll probably have unlocked a fair few cars, you know, come this race being over, if I can keep this skyline behind me. I don't know why I keep having to face off against skylines in my fucking 106. This is some real Initial D Euro Edition type shit. You know, someone in a fancy imported car, a lot of horsepower, weird drivetrain, and then me in my shitbox, absolutely drowning in high horsepower imports, and somehow, through either sheer driving technique or abusing the physics, or the game being, you know, only being on normal difficulty, that probably helps. I didn't manage to win though, so we're gonna have to go again. I blame the Supra for smacking me into a wall, but I didn't get mad. I didn't get mad because I was just talking about how comfy this game is. That's a poor start, and my nitrous wasn't strong enough to keep me up with the Nissan, but it was strong enough to keep me away from the rest of the pack, which means I'm probably not going to have any nitrous for the entire rest of this race. Yeah, and I didn't even get any for the sick jumps. Alright. If anyone can come up with any emergency plans, I'm all ears. Oh wait. Haha, the rubber banding has worked. For me. Rather than against me for once. So now I just need to play defensive. I'm pretty sure commentary is less interesting when the guy with the microphone isn't foaming at the mouth. But I tell you, this is real calm. It's real comfy. It's reminding me why I used to call this my favourite Need for Speed. In fact, well, put it this way. Every time I play a new Metal Gear Solid game, which has been twice now, Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3, although I'm replaying 2. Every time I play Metal Gear, out of those two games, the most recent one I played becomes my favorite, right? So I'll stick Metal Gear Solid 3 in. Well, actually, right now if I stuck Metal Gear Solid 3 in, I'm at the bit where you have to try and drag what's-her-face through the jungle after she impaled herself on a tree. Which is fucking shit, because she just won't follow me. Alright, I don't know what that's about. You know, I'm pressing the action button to call out to her and everything. She just doesn't move. And then more Russians rock up to shoot at us, even though their boss is dead. Although I guess that's why they're shooting at us, to be fair. No, there's more than one race. Of course there is. I got suspicious when I saw the points. Well, as expected of a front-wheel drive car, you can't really get the same kind of start that a four-wheel drive car can. And you can't expect to just coast it through the hairpin. Right, okay. I'll remember that for next time round. Super's trying to push me out wide again. And again. There we go, just overtake the both of them. I'm sure they won't mind. I was saying something, but then I got distracted. Probably about Metal Gear. Yeah. I think I might have the same thing, the same problem with, you know, Need for Speed, where the one that's freshest in my memory is my favourite one. Luckily, I don't get that for anime or movies. Or like, I guess sometimes I watch cartoons as well. I don't get it for, you know, that kind of thing. But when it's Vidgames, you know, it's a series that I like, and I couldn't tell you what one my favourite was. I'll usually just pick the last one I played, unless it was like a shit one. I would never call Hot Pursuit 2 my favourite Need for Speed. Probably wouldn't call The Run my favourite Need for Speed. Probably wouldn't call Most Wanted my favourite Need for Speed, but that's just because I want to be a contrarian and different from everyone else. When I'm playing it, I enjoy it. And I used to always say that Carbon was my favourite, but it has a lot of drawbacks. But I'd still probably be all like, yeah, this one's my favourite right now, if I was playing it right now, instead of this. Speaking of playing Carbon and Most Wanted, I was going to buy them for the PS2, because I saw them in the shop today. I stood there for like 20 minutes just staring at them. And I was trying to figure out, do I want to buy the PS2 versions of these games so I can play them on my channel? You know, with the laptop that I have now. Or do I want to try buying some extra RAM for my laptop to hopefully force the Elgato to be able to record them on the 360? While I was in the shop, I thought I could just buy RAM, but now I'm looking at my laptop. I'm worried that it's not the kind of thing that you could modify. I mean, I know computers are supposed to be, you know, rip that bit out, put a new bit in, but I don't want to fuck it up. Maybe I'll ask Dad to help. I know he fucked around with Commodore 64s when they were new. I wonder if he's retained any of that knowledge. There we are. that should be it. Unlocked new area. Yeah, whatever, I know all about that stuff. I'm sure everyone knows all about that stuff by now. We don't want to watch the establishing video. This isn't exactly an obscure game. There's new cars about, new area. And if I don't like any of the new cars, I can just shonk a turbo on the old Peugeot. But if I do see anything I like, I guess we'll pick that up. I'm pretty sure I have a free car slot. Where are we? Where am I? Where's the car shop? I've forgotten how to get around. Oh well. I got time to kill anyway. Shortcut through here. I wonder what it's going to be. I can't remember. I'm not even sure what stage of the game we're on. So I couldn't tell you what unlocks and when. But I guess that's what we're going to find out. Let's see what the new inventory is. Because I know last time we checked was the thingamabobs, the biggins. So now we can get a Hyundai Coupe. And I know that I drove a Hyundai Coupe in the first Need for Speed Underground, so I'm not going to drive it. Or a Nissan Sentra. If you're thinking, put a turbo on the Peugeot, you're thinking something that I'm thinking. So we'll cap off this recording session by doing that. Oh, and we can, if I hurry up and put the turbo in quick, we can put some subwoofers in the back as well. Like I was saying I was going to do when I couldn't do it. I better do it now before I forget. I won't forget about a turbo, but I'll probably forget about subwoofers. We better hurry up and do that quick. Here we go. We got the layout. We need the slots. We'll do 8-inch subs, and we'll have them mismatched because I'm too cool to be symmetrical. Even though I made doubly sure I was symmetrical with the sponsor stickers I stuck on the car. I'll you know, just gloss over that. We'll gloss over that. No one think about that. We got some drifting to do. Although I drive a front-wheel drive car. I mean, I know it doesn't matter for Need for Speed, but I guess we'll hold off on doing those until I have something rear-wheel drive. Which it looks like I won't have for a while, because I keep spending all my money on the Peugeot. Wait, I do still have the Toyota hanging about. Oops. Turbo. Biggin. We'll get it from HKS, because that's the name that I recognise. And then we'll save. And that'll be that. So next week, we'll see if a tiny little baby turbo has actually made my tiny little baby car any faster, and do some more racing, I suppose. Until then, I'm thinking I will have gotten back on doing the the old Project Gotham Racing Let's Play as well. I'm planning on recording that, getting back into recording that tomorrow, but we'll see where that goes. So that's all.